Okay, so we're gonna do things like kind of like soft lot underbelly style. So it's my turn in the stool. I knew when I let them in this was gonna be a problem. Anyway, I want to talk about something that I want you to hear. Um, are you an alcoholic? Do you know an alcoholic? Do you have any connection with alcohol at all? Because if you do, then I'm talking to you. And if you don't, and you might in the future, whether you know it or not, I'm still talking to you. Okay. Um, stop fucking drinking, okay? Stop drinking. My alcohol story personally goes back very, very far, but I don't want to talk about myself today. I want to talk about other people and how their addiction to alcohol has affected me. So, I'll start with the heavy. I have a mother, father, and father who are all alcoholics. I was warned all my childhood, don't drink because these people, that person drinks and you could be like them one day. So I tried to listen to that. Even though I struggled, I tried to listen to that. But I had to watch. My mother and stepfather drank as I was growing up, and my real father, who was always there for like Christmas, birthdays, send you money, and stuff. Uh, I would see him. That's how he was. But I knew he was an alcoholic very bad. So around probably like 12 or 13, my parents started drinking. Well, my stepdad, he drunk continuously until I was about 18. Him and my mom split up, and he went and moved back in with his parents. Continued to be an alcoholic. Let's fast forward to August. Let's go to August 7th. Okay, that was my sister's birthday. My middle sister. He's her father, her real father. He's my stepfather. Well, he's been drinking all these years and he's starting to look bad, and we can tell he's not walking good. He's not looking good. His eyes, his skin, everything. He keeps complaining about his hip hurting. He's fell a few times. This morning specifically, my sister's getting ready to come to her birthday party, which me and a friend of hers are planning, and I just had a friend recently pass away from cancer, and so I was getting ready to go to his funeral right after, so I was really like in with that. Well, they show up to the party, and he's telling us, because he always made a joke of everything. He's telling us, oh, I fell in the shower this morning at Miranda's because his hot water heater had blowed up, so he was taking showers at my sister's. He said, and she had to come and help me up. So my sister's not laughing. She's sitting there saying that it wasn't funny, it was sad, it was pitiful, that he couldn't even get up to get dressed, that she had to come in there and help him up out of her bathroom is small, very compact area. Just like a bathtub and a toilet and a sink and a little walk-in area. And so he's fell in this area somewhere, and she had to go in and help her father up. Mind you, he's only 55 years old. He's not a very old man. And so, that was not good. That was the worst we had seen him look. And he's walking like he should have a walker, you know? And you can tell he's drunk, as always. He goes on, enjoys the party, jokes with everyone. Um, that was the last day that I saw him alive and functioning. So, on August 27th, my sisters are saying that they haven't heard from him in like 2 days. And normally they hear from him. And so I stay up all night calling his number and worried to death about him, because I'm like, 3 whole days have passed and we have not heard from him. And as bad a shape as he is in, this can't be good. So I told my husband, I said, first thing in the morning, we're getting up, we're going over there. I called his phone all night long. Uh, we live in the same town, but he lives all the way on the other side of the town from me. So I was like, well, I'll just get up in the morning and go over there. That he should be fine. I mean, really, it'll be okay. So we get up, we go over there, we start banging on the door, and he has a dog in there. He has a pet dog that he has that lives in the house with him. And I can hear the dog. She's come to the window, she's barking, but my dad is not coming to the door. Well, I don't have a key. I'm banging, I'm banging, I'm banging. I don't want to tear the house up in any way, but I need to get in. And he does sleep sometimes. Hold on. Okay. So he does sleep sometimes, and where his bedroom's at, it's hard to hear the knocking on the door, but the dog's barking, the dog's running back and forth, circles, circles, and it looks like the dog has destroyed the room. So I get in touch with my sister. I'm like, I'm here, I'm knocking, no one's answering. The dog is running like crazy. Um, Let me go back in the story just a little bit to give you context about his living situation. He worked in like wood services, like sawmill. He was a ripsaw operator, to be exact. That was his last job. Well, a joke had happened at his work where they were cussing at each other jokingly, and someone dared him to do it to the boss, and he did. And the boss, being a very Christian man, like high upstanding man, was like, didn't take it as a joke. So he went and back to work, and they called him to the office, and they breathalyzed him, and they fired him. Well, his job was the only thing keeping him functioning. So he gets fired. He refuses to go and speak with them, talk to them, or anything, and he just sits at home. He pulls out his 401k. He settled some business about his house. My sister helped him because his mother took out some loans and stuff, but he had wound up getting the house secured. He was living in it. He was good. He was paying his bills. We kept asking him, what are you going to do when the money runs out? What are you going to do when the money runs out? And he says, I guess I'll be homeless. I guess I'll this. I guess I'll that. And we're like, no, I guess we'll see when we get there. Well, okay, so back to where we were. I'm banging on the door. I'm waiting for my sister to come and bring a key. So like 5 minutes later, my sister comes. She gets there with the key, and we prepare ourselves. We go in the door, and it's terrible. There is smell of animal feces everywhere, trash all over his house, because remember, his hot water heater had busted closer to the August 7th, and this is August 26th or something. So he didn't do anything to fix it. He put some towels down on the floor and try to soak up the water, maybe throw them out on the porch. The water just eventually just dried up or soaked up into everything on the floor. And this was a house full of all of his mother, father's, brother's stuff. And all of the trash that he had been acquiring, because his whole kitchen was full of trash. This is a little brick home, 3-bedroom brick home, 1 bathroom, and trash piled everywhere. So he's not right here in the living room. As soon as we walk in, my sister is heading, and we go around the corner, and all we see and down the hallway is our dad laying face down like this, facing away from us like this, and he's not moving, and the dog's still running back and forth and jumping over top of him and stuff. And my sister just freaks out, like extreme hysteria. She's like, Dad, no! And she runs over there, and she reaches down, and she touches him because she thinks he's dead. We all thought he was dead. And as soon as she touches him, he shakes and moves. And his face looks terrible. He stinks of urine and everything. He's soaking wet. He's shivering, but he's sweating. His eyes look like they're going to pop out of his head, and they're like yellow looking. His face is so swollen. He looks like he's been beat up. He's got snot coming out of his nose, and my sisters and me were like, "Oh my God, we have to get you up!" And we start to kind of try to help him, and he screams, and he cusses, and he says, he's like, "How many fucking times I have to tell you, quit screaming and fucking calm down, y'all always panic. You panic over everything. All of you panic." He's like, "I'm fine, just leave me here, just leave me here." And we're like, "No, Dad." And we're like, "Call 911, call 911." So my husband calls 911 while we're trying to figure out what's going on, what happened. My sister's crying. And I'm sitting there squatted down in the hall with him, and I'm like, "What happened?" And he says, I fell a bunch of times. And he says, to my sister, he said, "Why don't we just stay here and play a while?" He's like, he told me it should be illegal for them to take me out of my house like this. Just leave me here. And I just sat there with him and held his hand while the ambulance was on its way. And I don't remember anything specific that was said that stands out to me right at this moment, but I told him right before the ambulance people came in, I said, "Listen, these people are going to come in." I said, "Be nice to them. They're going to help you." I said, "They're going to give you some medicine. It's going to make you feel better, and they're going to help you. And then everything's going to be all right." And I told him I loved him, and that's the last words that I ever got to speak to my dad. Because later on, we took him to the hospital. Well, we went to the hospital. He was at the hospital. And 2 days later, we decided to take him off of life support because he had always told us, "I don't want to be on life support. If machines are keeping me alive, I don't want it. I don't want that. Do not do that to me." And so that's what we did. And it was very hard, and shame on him. Shame on him for not wanting to do better, instead wanting to put us through that. I love him to death, and I don't hate him for it, and it's terrible, and I hate that he put us through that, but I hate that more that he couldn't figure out a way to fix it while he was here, to want to do better. And now my real dad, he's even worse. He has cirrhosis of the liver. He is still drinking, still getting trips to the hospital. He's in a rehab facility right now, which is basically a nursing home. He wants to come home every single day. He can't come home. That's a whole nother story. He has bed bugs. He has bites all over his ankles from bed bugs. He drinks beer. My stepdad, he drank first wine, and then he went to beer and then liquor in the evening, and now then there at the end he was just on straight liquor all the time. Tequila. Um These are the people who created me, the people who brought me up and raised me, and this is example that they set for me that I have to find the way to overcome and choose to not be like. And so my message to anyone out there is, cut the fucking drinking. I mean, I've been through trials where I've drank for periods. Recently, before this, me and my husband worked things out to where we don't have a problem. We worked it out to where when we see that we're doing something in excess that's not good for us, we fix it. And that's why we're together. And that's part of the reason that I'm saved the way I am, because he's there to help me and I'm there to help him, which is one thing both of my fathers didn't have, partners that were there to help them and with them. So stop fucking drinking every day, because you're not just hurting yourself, you're literally causing the ones around you to see a fucking shit show, to see you at your most sloppiest. You think, oh, it's making me brave, it's making me be a fun, happy person. No, you're embarrassing. You are embarrassing to yourself and others. Embarrassing. I mean, it's pitiful. But this is my little soft white underbelly interview about my stepdad and a little bit about my real dad. Um Please subscribe, because that's all I want to do here is just share stories like this and things that in my daily life. And I've really wanted to do this for a long time. I had another YouTube channel a long time ago when I was in a very bad relationship, and it had quite a bit on it. So years down the road, I'm starting this again, and some of the things I'm posting are getting views, but I need subscribers. So, just hit subscribe. I mean, it's not going to hurt you. It's not even going to be an annoyance. So just do it. But thank you.